September TBR game time. I'm so excited. I'm always excited. I hate videoing the game, but I love playing it and I love sharing it. And I love finding out what books I'm going to read. Oh, I'm so excited. All right, let's hit it. Hello. Welcome back to our channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Kelly Lynn Colby. I am the editorial director at Cursed Dragon Ship Publishing. I'm also a freelance editor, a writer, and a reader, which of course is what we're going to talk about today. I love the new one, September TBR. As always, I have below like everything chopped up. Like if you don't care about my wrap up from last month, you can skip it. If you don't care about what my budget's going to be so I know what I get to spend if I make it to the store. If you don't care what my reading goals are, I have that all listed below. So if you're not interested, you can skip right ahead to the game. You're not going to offend me. You watch what you like. But if you like the wrap-ups, I have a treat for you. This has been my most successful reading month ever. And I don't mean number of books, though it might be. I do have a week left. But definitely quality of books. I have so many 5 stars this month. 5 stars, 4.5 stars, new favorite series, so many successful, brilliant reads. It's been a joy to read this month. I wish they were all like this. Considering how much trouble I had last month, this is why we read. So let's go over what we had. For the game, so the 10 books chosen for the game, see how I did. First one was a readathon book, and I did In the Woods for 25 and 25 readathon. And this is by Tana French. It is the first in a series. It's the Dublin Murder Mysteries or something like that. I loved this book. The mystery was wonderfully orchestrated. I think it could have been a little shorter. And the main character, loved him at the beginning. I was so excited. New favorite character, having so much fun with him. The way he interacted with his partner, so great. And something happens about 3/4 of the way in, and I just wanted to beat him. Didn't want to have anything to do with him anymore. I was so angry at this character. I was so angry with him, I almost didn't want to complete the series because I don't want to read any more by him. No thanks, I'm good. Mind you, did not like him. Book was still brilliant. But I didn't want to sit with him any longer. Luckily, in the next series, he's not the main, or the next book in this series, he's not the main character. So I am going to keep reading it. Book 2 is a random physical, and I picked The Girl with the Strawberry Hair by Michael Moore. Lucky pick, because I also needed this for the 52 book club. And this is by an indie author. I bought it from the indie author. That was fun. And this one, it's a really, really short YA novel, Old West setting. And this one needed some more work. This, where is it? Oh, so big. 3 was series. Remember, I wanted to make Little Big was my series priority so that I could get this one done because it's way too intimidating, so I split it up. This one was very, there were nude pictures of little girls, and it made me feel extremely uncomfortable. And things that happened after they saw those pictures made me very uncomfortable. And I'm DNFing this. I'm not reading it. Nope, not going to do it. So be warned, as like the first book in that, right? So I was reading the second one, was charming, and it was really sweet, oddly written, but I'm okay with odd sometimes. Okay, but that, Can't do it. So that one is at DNF. But for my game, it counts as done. I just have to at least do it because the point is to get the books off my shelf, right? So that counts as DNF, go away. I don't know what to do with that book now because I don't want to keep it, but I also do not want to donate it to Little Free Libraries. So I'm not sure what to do with it. Book 4 was a readathon book, and for that I read Independence by Chitra Banari Danakaruni. It was all right. I did not like the writing style. And the time, it was written in the late 40s when Pakistan was becoming a country, right? They were breaking up India, right? And moving Muslims to another country, and the Hindus were going to have the original country. I don't know if original is the right word. I don't know any of the right terminology. And that shows you how much this book didn't teach me. Did not teach me enough. I have no idea what's going on. So these people were living it, and I don't understand. Not my favorite book. I know so far it's like, wait, you said this was your best month ever, but DNFs and not books you like? Hold on. Don't worry, it'll get better. 5 was series pick. For that, picked The Quicksilver Court by Melissa Caruso, randomly out of the series thing. Loved it. 5-star. I want to read the third book so bad. That's the hard part about doing these things, right? These disciplined, these are the books I'm going to read kind of things, because I just want to complete the whole series. But that's what I was doing before, and I wasn't reading nearly as much. So I'm going to trust the game and let it get books for me. And it had been 10, 11 months since I read the first one, and I was still good. I knew who the people were. I could use a little bit more guidance at the beginning, but that was my fault, not hers. But then I caught on again and I got it and I was in. 5 stars. Loved it. Definitely YA, but the good kind of YA. What I mean by that is, I can't say good or bad, okay? I should not have said that. The kind of YA that I like, because it wasn't all angsty. There were actually things going on, right? You know, there magic and people to defeat and new enemies and the demons. Oh my gosh, it's so much fun. It's a lot of fun. I really like this series. Melissa Caruso has done a fabulous job, and I can't wait to read that third one and finish it off. Book 6, I did get that from the library too, and I've already returned it. Book 6 is Contact by Carl Sagan. This was one of the random picks. I'm not finished with this one yet, but I'm loving it. The way he's not dumbing down the science, he's really explaining it, the logic behind the way people are making decisions, the dynamics between the different countries, because he wrote this in, I think it was published in the 80s. Yeah, 1985. So the dynamics of what he saw from 1985 is, it's visceral in here, right? I lived that, so I feel it. And so that it's resonating with me that way. And then the philosophical discussions between the religious leaning people and the science leaning people, and back and forth. It's fabulous. I really like it. And yet, amongst all that, there's still plot. There's still, dealing with this message from outer space. They're still trying to figure out what they're trying to tell them. And are we supposed to build something? Should we build something? It's so good. And I'm a little over halfway right now, and I'm sure I will finish this by the end of the month. Love it. And if it keeps up like this, if the ending doesn't disappoint, it's going to be another 5-star. 7th book, Shadow of Night by Deborah Harkness. This is book 2 in the All Souls trilogy. It's not really, it was originally a trilogy. Now there's more books to it. So I don't know what to call it right now. But first of all, notice this is like book 2s. So many book 2s in this last month. Maybe that's why they're so good. If I wanted to continue the series, I'd probably like them, right? Except I haven't touched this one yet. This one is going to have to happen at Dragon Con. So cross my fingers that I finish it. I hope I will, because I'm doing this for the Hurkid challenge that I want to make sure to get my August TBR complete. Those 10 books that I chose for my August TBR need to be complete. So I'm crossing my fingers. I need to get this done. Contact, I'm sure I'll get done. Another one I'll show you in a minute. I'm sure I'll get done. This one is the iffy one because it's not thin and it's Dragon Con. So please let me get it done. And you'll have to go see the video next week and see if I got it done. I do have a week left. Again, that would be plenty of time if I wasn't going to Dragon Con. The 8th book was They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. This one I just started, and I'll be reading it on reading sprints, and I'm sure that I will get this one done. I'm pretty confident this one will get done. It's very large. See, the font is really big. And so I'm extremely confident I'm going to get this one done too. 9 was Forever Odd, book 2 in the Odd Thomas series by Dean Koontz. It's brilliant. I love Odd Thomas. I love that character. The poor things the poor kid has to go through, but I love him. I love his humor. I love the way he sees the world. I just adore it, and I'm very excited to finish that series too. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. And delightful surprise was The Ruins of Gorlin by John Flanagan. This is a YA early 2000s fantasy sword and sorcery adventure kind of thing. Really good. My big complaint, this one, 4.5 stars. I'll tell you why, 4.5, because there are no female point of view characters. I'm like, come on, this is early 2000s. It's not like it was written in 1960. You couldn't have put some female characters in here? And there are a couple female characters, but they're not point of view characters. They are kind of pushed off to the side. They're not important at all to the story. They might be love interests later on, which would really piss me off. So we'll see what's going to happen in the second one. But even though I was mad about that, the story was so good, it made me not think about it very much, right? I loved the main characters. I loved the kids, the mentors, the adventures they went on, the cool way, because sometimes you see, like kids that they're not ready yet, right? These are like, they're like 16, 17, something like that. 15 to 17-year-old, right? Apprentices learning their trade. And then they like save the whole world. We're like, I mean, that's great for story, but come on, you're fighting these big monsters. You think the kids are going to be able to do it? So in this case, the mentors and the professionals, and like the professional knights, do most of the battle and stuff, but they still manage to get these apprentices who are mostly POV characters. He does head hop a lot. They have vital roles in what's happening. And that is very clever plotting. And I was impressed by that. And there were some satisfying emotional moments. That's the kind I was crying at CarMax when we were selling our car because this book made me cry. And it wasn't even the ending. It was like in the middle. It was the part in the middle that just made me cry. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. And I have the first 5 in this series that I thrifted. I don't know. I just couldn't resist. And now I'm glad I did. That's the 10. Now for my extra. There's always extra ones that I have to read for one thing or another. And one of them was Wrath by John Gwynne. Finished out the series. This is number 4 of The Faithful and the Fallen. Everything I possibly could want an epic fantasy to be. That's what this is. That's what this series is. So much so that this series is not going to Little Free Library. I'm keeping it. I guarantee you I want to read this one again. Loved it. I cannot believe something this thick I just run through because I can't stop reading it. So satisfying. If you like epic fantasy, if that's your thing, you want adventure, you want characters overcoming things, you want good guys becoming bad guys and bad guys becoming good guys, and even some, well, of course that was going to happen, moments that make you cry anyways because they're done so well. This series, highly recommend. Very satisfying end to the series. He nailed it. And that doesn't happen often. How many times do you hear people that are complaining like the ending, what? That's what you did? Blah, blah. No. Nailed it. Nailed it. Good job, John Gwynne. I look forward to reading more. Then, talk about nail it. And more crying. My God, there were a lot of crying books this month. Lots of crying books. This one, The Women by Kristen Hanna. It's my second Kristen Hanna. It will not be my last. I am at this point officially, anyone can write one good book. Maybe not anyone, but I mean, it can happen. Not surprised. But 2 books that are this good that I've read, because I read The Nightingale and now I've read The Women. So good. It was really well done. And if you want to hear more of my thoughts, you can check out the video where I talk about it. But 5 stars. Next, Bogwife. Bogwife, I read for book club. Did not like it. 2.5 stars. 2.5 stars. I don't even know what to say. We talked about a book club, right? So I felt like I've said a lot, but I guess y'all weren't there. The setting was cool, but then they made it mundane, and then they tried to make it magic again. I'm like, wait, what? what's happening right now. None of this makes any sense. So I was not a fan. It wasn't anything like I thought it was going to be. Not anything I was told it was going to be. So that also makes it disappointing, right? But it's a family who believes if they sacrifice the patriarch to the swamp, or to the bog, then the bog will provide them a bog wife, and that bog wife will give them children, and the bog will continue to bless them. So the father is dying of cancer. They give him a sleeping potion. They put him in the bog. They put his body in the bog. He wasn't even alive, so I'm not sure what the sacrifice part is. Anyways, in the bog. And then the eldest son goes back, right? And then no bog wife comes. And they're like, oh no, what happens now? And that's kind of the crux of the story. No. And even more disappointed because the writing was beautiful. The writing was beautiful. The characterization of the different characters in here was brilliant. The story itself made no sense, and it left me wanting desperately. No, do not recommend. But I might read something else by that author because the writing was beautiful. And I read, again, this is a reread, A Good Running Away by Kevin Petway. This was for our Shore Leave book club. And again, if you want to join, you can get the details here. And we'll be reading book 2 for whatever this next month is, September. So book 2 will be in September. But it's so much fun. I loved it. It was just as charming and funny and beautiful as the first time I read it. That goes back on my shelves. I also read Wild Dark Shore. That was from the library, so I had to squeeze it in. I would have another book read, but I had to read it. So glad I did. 5 stars. 6 stars if I could have given it 6 stars. I loved the biology around it. I loved the relationship between the broken family and the woman who is also broken, who comes and they kind of fix each other. It's beautiful. And that ending, oh my gosh. Again, tears. There was a lot of crying this month, but it was good crying. I know y'all know what I'm talking about, right? You know what I'm talking about. It was really good, cathartic, healing kind of crying. The human, like I'm part of the human race. I feel for these characters, and this is beautiful and horrible and terrifying and beautiful. So I love that one. It is a father and his 3 kids are living on a little island outside of, they said it's like between Tasmania and Antarctica. It is a pretend place. It does not exist in this way. And they're there taking care of the island, the lighthouse, and the seed bank. And there are some scientists that are there as well. And then this woman just washes up on shore. And now they have to figure out what's going on. There's all these mysterious things happening. And one daughter's obsessed with the seals on the beach, and she sleeps out with them. And the youngest son is obsessed with plants. And he's also the most empathetic one. And then the older son is very dutiful and just trying to follow along with dad. But they're about to close the island because it is, there's definitely environmental overtones in this significantly. Because the water is rising and rising and rising. So things are starting to flood. And so they have to empty the seed bank of just the most precious ones they can, and they have 6 weeks before the ship that comes to, evacuate them from this island that's being, I want to say sinking, but it's not sinking, right? The water is rising. So they have about 6 weeks in order to finish this job and figure out who this woman is and what's happening, and she has to figure out who they are, what's going on, and it's really, really well done. It was pretty darn short. I could not stop reading it. I recommend that one. The last book I read was What Happened by Hillary Rodham Clinton. That book was phenomenal. So I read that one on ebook, and it was, it hurt. It hurt, but it wasn't supposed to feel good. It wasn't supposed to. But that was my reading. So that leaves me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I read 13 books, and I still have 1 week left. So cross our fingers we can finish those last 3 that I want to finish and make our goals, get 16 books. We can go ahead 6 paces, but what it does mean is I made the first 5, that's $30, up to 10, that's $10, and up to over 10, which is my $50. So I earned my full $50 this month. We're back to normal. Thank you very much. Last month was a fluke. It was a fluke. But I did overspend because I forgot about taxes. If you watch the video where I got to go to the indie store, which made me $2.60 in the hole. So that means I have a total of $37.40 to spend if I get to go to the store this month. If not, it goes in the bank and waits until I can go to the store. But Tinkerbell, Alice is right there. Surely she'll be able to make it to the castle so I can go to the Friends of the Library. Now that we've done the wrap up, let's talk about my goals for this month. So I am doing the magical readathon for the Aurelium Academy. So it's the fall semester and I am a story weaver. And if you want to see all the specific things and why I chose what I chose and all the categories, you can check out this video and see what I chose. The books I have to read are The Edge of the World by Kevin J. Anderson, A Time of Dread by John Gwynne, more John Gwynne, The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants by Anne Bracheres, The Osawa Murders by Riku Onda, Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross, and I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy. So these ones I am reading this month no matter what the TBR game says, so please help me get it on. Oh, and the last one, the group book, so I'm going to get that one from the library, is Deadly Education by Naomi Novik, which is so exciting because I love her and I cannot wait to read that book. I've been told multiple times by one of my reader buddies that I will love that series. So this is a great excuse to dive right in and start that. Other reader goal is I do have to read Blow Out the Candle When You Leave by Kevin Petway for the Shore Leave Book Club. And I need to read The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab for the In Real Life Book Club. Now this one I've already started. So I have it on ebook right now because my other books are all physical. So I have that one on ebook and I have already started that. So I will probably not even put it on my list because I might finish it before the end of the week. So even though I need to, it's not going to be on there. I would like to get on, but I don't see how it's going to happen, The Raven Scholar by Antonia Hodgson. I've been wanting to read this so bad, so much, that I went ahead and borrowed it from the library. I had this one from the library. I want to read it. But I don't see that happening with all these books. So we'll see. We'll see. Before we start the game, remember that we get to go forward or backwards depending on how many books I read the month before. So we're going all the way back to July. And I ended up with 9 books, which is good because if it was under 5, somebody'd have to go back to the beginning. That would have sucked. So I did get over that, but I didn't get 10. 10 is no penalty. So I only got 9, which means one character had to go back 1. So now let's start the game. See who has to go back. All right, for our first roll, we need to decide who goes back 1. I'm so sad about that. Everyone is all over the board, literally spread out. This will be the most fun recording I've ever done of the game. So who, sadly, must go back 1? And let it be Buzz, because then I don't have to move the camera. All right, here we go. It is not Buzz, it is Mickey. All right, so just as a quick reminder, so you see 1 came up. 1 is Mickey, 2 is Tinkerbell, 3 is Alice, and 4 is Buzz. So Mickey is going to go back 1. All right, Mickey, back 1. Yes, I had my pen in my mouth the whole time. Mickey, back one. All right. Time for the actual gameplay. Oh, look, you can still see it. So I'm going to leave that right there. And let's start with our 10 rolls and see if Alice is going to make it to the castle. Then I get to go to the Friends of the Library. 1, and Mickey goes. Excellent, excellent. I will take that. Let's see how far Mickey goes. 8. That's pretty good starting roll. I'll take it, Mickey. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see if I can get that thing. Skip a whole bunch. And what book do I get to choose, Mickey? What would you like to read? The glare is wonderful today. There we go. 7. That is a readathon book. Well, Mickey, it was Mickey's turn. Mickey had to go back one, unfortunately. So eager to go and had to go backwards. But it's only one. It's not the end of the world. It's okay. We can make this work. And then he got to go again, and he got 8. So Mickey was our first player. Move forward 8, and the spin was the readathon. And you already know what my priorities were for this month, right? So for readathon, the first one I'll choose is The Edge of the World by Kevin J. Anderson. This is also on my 25 to read in 25. I'm pretty sure it's on 52 Book Club also. It's also on Book Challenge by Aaron, and now the Magical Readathon. So this one book will get 4 checkoffs for different readathons. That's smart reading right there. That's what I say. Stay there. And see what book number 2 is. Roll number 2. Try to roll so you can see it. 4, Buzz. All right, Buzz, how far are we going? 1. I almost don't have to move anything. Buzz, 1. Ooh, if you get 1 more time, that could totally work though. And let us see what book we're going to spin. Here we go. Series pick, series pick. Yay, I get to start that new series. I'm so excited. Buzz! And he went forward 1. But you know, 1 counts. 1 is something. It is momentum. And he got series pick. I forgot to say at the beginning, but the new series, since I'm DNFing the other one, the new series I want to do, it's taped up here, poor thing, multiple tapes, because it keeps coming down because it's been up there for so long. It's finally your turn. Nice Dragons Finish Last by Rachel Aaron. I've been dying to read this series. This is the perfect time. I want this. It's 6 books in the series, pretty sure. So it'll be my 4+ beginning to end series for the series Staircase on Hurricane. And I'm like, well, I better get started. I'm never going to get it done. And also this first book is on the 52 Book Club, and book 2 on that is also in the 52 Book Club. So I definitely want to make sure to get that started. And the end of the year is quickly approaching. If another series comes up, I'll pick from the random series pile and see what I get next. 3rd roll, moving right along. If I move this up, am I going to hit Mickey? Probably. We're going to be gentle, Mickey. All right, here we go. 2. 2 is Tinkerbell. All right, well, let's move the camera and see where Tinkerbell. Actually, I'm going to roll the number so I don't have to move this whole thing too. All right, let's see. Let's see, Tinkerbell. Let's see. Tinkerbell's going to go 4. Tinkerbell gets her 4 slots. 1, 2, 3, 4. I had a lot of fun hitting indie bookstores. And done. Yay, somebody wants to get my goals done. I love you, game. Thank you for being so kind. Tinkerbell, she might have started at the beginning, but she's like, I'm not staying here for long. She's always been ambitious. We know this about her. She only went 4, but that's okay. Still beginning. And she also got a readathon. I'm going to be super predictable and try to make my life easy. And I'm just going to go with the next pick. So, A Time of Dread. Is it A Time? Yeah. A Time of Dread by John Gwynne. This one is still in the Banished Lands series, like the other series that I decided I'm keeping a must-have. So hopefully this one is just as satisfying. This one is a trilogy, though, so there's 3 books instead of 4. And I'm also reading this with the Catch Up Book Club. And it is on my 52 book club as well. So multiple cross-offs. Do you see how you do? This is how you do all these things. You make sure one book counts for a lot of them. 2, Tinkerbell again. All right, Tinkerbell. See how far you're going. I like that they're spread out right now. So hopefully I won't have a huge budget and a nothing budget when I go. I should have nice medium budgets each time. That would be nice. 4 again. Ooh, Tinkerbell likes 4s today. And Tinkerbell will go 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at the cool Mickey balloon. There you go. And see what book we get. Ooh, random ebook. I didn't get any of those at all last time. Book number 4, Tinkerbell going 4. And she got a random ebook. So I mixed these up really good earlier. I don't have to dig too much. Let's see what book we get. Let's see if it is on multiple readathons. Off Armageddon Wreath. No idea what that is. It looks like it is Safehold number 1 by David Weber. Oh, there you go. I don't think I've actually read David Weber before. I've met him and he's wonderful. It's 600 pages long. It is humanity pushed its way to the stars and encountered the Gaba, a ruthless alien race that nearly wiped us out. Okay, all right. So this is a colony. 800 years have passed. Hey, there's a Merlin character in it. So this looks like it's one of those science/fantasy things. Very interesting. Very, like I said, I will give it a try. So Off Armageddon Wreath by David Weber. Of course, it's starting another series. Roll number 5. 2, you saw me roll that. Like, it rolled a lot. Like, completely did the best I could. Tinkerbell is on a roll. Apparently, she doesn't like being spaced out. She wants to catch up. She really does want to catch up. All right, let's help her catch up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. She'll pass that, so let's go the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Can you still see her? You can. All right. 12. You're rocking it, Tink. Oops, that didn't count. Readathon. Book number 5, Tinkerbell again, but this time she wasn't getting around. She went 12 this time, far up as she could get. She could not stand those boys ahead of her like that. And her spin is a readathon book. You know what? She can just keep going like that if she keeps giving me readathons. I don't mind. I don't mind at all. So we're going to add, predictably, Sisterhood The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants by Anne Basharas. I should look up how to say her name. I have book 2 in this one too. I thrifted book 2, so if I really like it, I could keep going. Though that's starting to be a problem. 2! Tinkerbell is very anxious to go. All right. Are these dice weighted? Are we, what's going on here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Give us a good one, Tink. Come on, man. Oh, blue prompt. That's fun. I like the prompts. All right, blue prompts. Sorry, it seems to stay in focus better if I leave the basket. So I'm gonna leave things as much as possible. All right, there's red. You see the blues in the back. So we are going to pick this one. It is, oh, bears would be cute. Ship's Wheel. I swear I've gotten this one before. Hold on. I have all these cards. I get the same ones. That would be funny. Indie book bought from indie author. Yep, I got this one before, but I'm not mad at it. So indie book by indie author. I can do that. I've got lots of them. 6, Tinkerbell again. I'm starting to think the die is loaded, but she did decide to be fun and chose a prompt, and it was a blue one, and I chose Ship's Wheels. And that was an indie book that I got from the indie author. I have a ton of those. I think I'm going to grab one that also works for Hurkid because I need like a werewolf character. And one of the ones I got from Multiverse last year from the indie author is a werewolf one. So let me find that one. Found it. It was hiding. It was actually on this cart the whole time, just waiting for me. Ooh. All right. So it is The Man Who Dealt in Death. Look. Cool. She has some other stuff out. Nice. And this is Deep Beneath the Desert Town of Peridot. Something evil lurks. Ooh. Werewolf Detective Colton Fenn. Ta-da! So, got this from Marlena. Might be Marlena. Got this from Marlena, and I am excited to read it. What to get 5-star reader favorite. Yep, very nice. So, cool. So that will be my indie pick from an indie author. Four! Yay, Buzz! All right, I'm going to move the camera so you can see Buzz. Look how cute he is. He's so cute. If you just get a 1, you'll go farther, Buzz. You saw it. You saw it roll around. You saw it land. I was not cheating. 1. Can you see the slide? You can. All right, so we're going to slide. Oh, it's so much fun. Look at that. Bam. Oh, so exciting. Went right through Belle's village. I hope you had fun, Buzz. What did they think of you there? Gaston might have been jealous. All right. That's so cool. Book. Series pick! Woohoo! I do have a lot of series I'm working on now, so I'm excited about that. Buzz! Tinkerbell's finally letting someone else have a turn. I mean, come on now. It's only fair. There are 3 other players on the board, Tink. Mind you, he only rolled a 1, but that 1 had him slide way up there. He just zoomed. Tinkerbell's like, see, I told you that's what happens when I let them have a turn. Anyways, whole nother story. And his roll was a series pick. So yay. Random series. Let's see. Let's see, folks, what we have in store. I'm kind of glad I have too many series because I love this bowl and I wasn't using it. And now I can use it. All right, let's see. Are we ready? Close my eyes because, again, different colors give me a different thing. And there are some I am caught up on in here, so we'll see. The Drowning Empire. Yes! Oh, yay. Okay, cool. It's right there. Just out of reach. Hold on. Book number 2 is The Bone Shard Emperor by Andrea Stewart. So excited. If you remember, I met her at Comic Palooza. She's wonderful. And then I found out one of my authors, Greg D. Little, is one of her friends. How cool is that? Tiny world. Well, I am so excited to read this one. Oh, the jar is nice to me. All right, this is one of the ones that it comes up And then I just want to read this and forget everything else I have to do. But this is what I told you about trusting the process, because for me, my game is working pretty well, only a few slip-ups, with actually giving me books that I am dying to read. Or books I didn't know I was dying to read. Like Contact was a random pick, and I'm freaking loving it. So, yay! Bone Chart Emperor. Oh. One Mickey, so I do not need to move it. Mickey's right back there somewhere. Hopefully I didn't push him too much. Where is he? There he is. Get away from the basket of doom, Mickey. 4. All right, this dice really likes 4 today. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I don't know. How lucky can we be? Can we get a 1 next time? Can we do it? What book would you like me to read, Mickey? Series. Ooh, they're like, come on, man, get these series done. Do it, do it. Book number 8 was Mickey rolled a 4. That 4 is coming up a lot. I have to check that dice. I'm going to have to keep rolling it. But anyways, he moved 4. Nice job, Mickey. Right direction. Series pick. Now, since this is the second series pick, I need to decide if I'm going to pull it out of here or if I want to do one that I have to do that's a series. I mean, the point of that was series I was the middle of. So I shouldn't choose a new one, right? All right, here we go. Oh, I was supposed to close my eyes. It's fine. Beartown. Okay. All right. All right. I do have the second Beartown one. It's us against them. Where is it? Ooh, I lied. I lied. It's us against you. Here you go. Book 2. All right. That's the second one. And I think this is just 3 books long. So I'll get this book 2 in there. I don't know if I'm happy about that one or upset about that one. I'm pretty neutral. Pretty neutral. Two, Tinkerbell. We still have Tinkerbell on the screen, right? You can see her? You can, but barely. Sorry, I do not have to move the camera. Tinkerbell goes. 2. 1, 2. And what book would you like me to read, Tink? I haven't had any random physicals yet. Oh, ouch. Clock. Well, you know, at least that's a freebie, so I can definitely get one off the list of the books I have to read next month. Oh, it's going to be hard getting all those Aurelian ones on there. They're all series picks. So we started at 3. We are moving to 4. And just so y'all can see, poor Alice, who hasn't moved at all this round. We're never going to get to the Friends of the Library. So sad. But we're at 4. 8 hours to go. Tink, come on, man. What you trying to do? What you trying to do? You got to go again more than anyone else. And then you had to move the clock? All right, so clock goes up to 4. It's all right. We still have 8 hours. We're doing good. And I get a freebie, which means I can get one of these on here. So let's go with The Asawa Murders by Riku Onda. I mean, if anything, like normal, this is because this is normal for me, right? Having just a wide range, but fantasy heavy. That's pretty typical for me. And I'm definitely not going to make it, because 12 is the most she can move, if I get Alice at all. Here we go. 3. Alice! Finally. Finally. All right, Alice. Let's make this happen. I'm going to have to move the camera, of course. Actually, this is a good spot for the basket, so I don't hit Buzz. I'm going to go ahead and roll how far Alice gets to go. Maybe next time. 3. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. This is not good. 1, 2, 3. Slide down. Oh, come on, man. We were so close to Friends of the Library. I've been to the library multiple times to get library books because I'm trying to be good and use library books. So I go multiple times and I've not been able to buy any books at the Friends of the Library store. And now I'm not going to anytime soon. Buzz might beat you again, Alice. We might go thrifting again before we ever do Friends of the Library. Fascinating. Who would have thought this is how this game would go? All right, here we go. See what book? Last book of the month. 2. Oh, come on, Alice. Should have left her alone. Shouldn't have woke her up. Should have just left her there. Because she has chose pain. Alice has chosen pain. Because Alice has chosen pain, not only, look, you can see it even better here, did she slide backward, but she got 2 hours on the clock. So 4, 5, 6. We are halfway. And, with the luck Alice has had, being replaced by Tigger so that she was already behind and now only going once this entire round and then going backwards when she does get to go. What are the odds that she's going to hit the 12? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Let's go choose our freebie book. I guess that's our consolation prize. Alice, you finally got a turn. And what did you do? You went the wrong way. Were you distracted because you didn't get to play all game? So you weren't paying attention to which direction to go in? So, for the first time in 3 months, no store. I won't say I'm disappointed. I've been doing a lot of shopping when I'm supposed to be reading more than buying. It has not worked that way the past few months. So I'm not disappointed about that. But it still feels a little, I don't know, untrustworthy of Alice to do this to me. How dare you? Now I have to go back to the library and still can't go into the store, at least for another month. Probably longer because she's way back there now. And we've seen how Alice plays. All right. And then, to add insult to injury, she moves the clock forward twice. So we're at 6 now. 6 more until someone goes 12 backwards. All right. I mean, luck of the game. I mean, overall, the game has been pretty kind. And at least that does mean I get a freebie. So I don't know why I'm complaining. I like book shopping. Okay? I like it. And I don't get to go this month. And I'm very sad about that. So for my freebie, I'm going to choose I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy. So I have been wanting to read this since it came out. Finally. I'm sorry, I'm still a little shocked. Little shocked there. A little bit. So the only ones that I really still need to read that didn't make it on the list is I do have to finish this one, but this might be done before. And then I need to do A Deadly Education by Naomi Novik, but I don't have to. Catabasis, I do have to do. I have to do that one. And I have to read Divine Rivals too. So, them's our books. Let's see what we got. So I'm going to go ahead and add that up there. There you go. For a readathon pick, I have The Edge of the World by Kevin J. Anderson. Series pick is Nice Dragons Finish Last by Rachel Aaron. Readathon is A Time of Dread by John Gwynn. Random ebook is Off Armageddon Reef by David Weber. Readathon book is Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants by Anne Bashiras. The Blue Ship one, which was indie book by an indie author, from the indie author, is The Man Who Dealt in Death by Marlena Frank. Series pick is The Bone Shard Emperor by Andrea Stewart. Another series pick is Us Against You by Frederick Bachman. And a freebie is The Asawa Murders by Riku Onda. And finally, for the last freebie, we have I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy. Yay! That's not such a bad pick. I'll take that. Oh. All right. Well, wish me luck. We'll have to see what happens. If I buy books at Dragon Con from indie authors, I mean, that's not cheating, right? Is that cheating? It's cheating, isn't it? But I want to support them. We'll see. I guess we'll find out. We'll see you next month, and happy reading. All right, there's too many in here. They're too tight. I'm going to put them in here. You know, I should be, oh no, I've started too many series. What have I done? But instead I'm like, oh, look at all the series I've started. I'm so excited. I wanted to say vast approaching. Why did I want to say that? Fast? It's fast approaching, but my brain went to vast. I'm doing the best with what I was given, all right? I don't know what's happening up here. 2 books left. 2 books left. And I have at least 3 I have to get on. At least 5 I have to get on. Forget the ones I don't have. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. No stress. It's just reading. All right. See what number 9 is.